Hello and welcome to this special shoot and this special program we bring to you from inside a classroom. Because this is what the future of a classroom would look like in most schools across India in a pandemic world. We come to you from the Shri Ram School in Mulsori in Gurgaon, where private schools have started reopening in a staggered manner. They are opening up in small batches, but it is a good start to bring back students to the classrooms because they have missed this room more than ever before. After 1 year, which most people are calling the gap year, students, parents and teachers are welcoming back students into the classroom at a time when there are worries and concerns about the COVID, but absolutely 100% measures being taken inside school campuses to ensure that the child is safe. Joining me right now are students, the teachers and the management of the school to tell us how it feels to be back inside a classroom. I'm going to first go to a student himself. Tell me your name, which class are you in and how excited are you to be back into a classroom?
My name is Kabir Gupta. I'm in grade 8. I'm really excited to come back to school because after almost 2 years of being online, we can finally come and look at everyone and interact with our teachers.
All right. So you're actually looking forward to interact with your friends, your teachers in person after a long time. Why don't you tell me what is your name and what is the one thing that you were looking forward to after coming back to classroom?
So my name is Samaya and I'm from grade 8 and I've been looking forward to meeting all my teachers and friends. And I'm really excited to be here today.
Really excited,
yeah.
And all with the masks on, which is very important. Students have been studying online for the last 1 year, a little over 1 year, and in this 1 year they've experienced all kinds of online challenges, whether it is internet issues, whether it is trying to interact with the teachers, all kinds of problems students have had to face when it comes to the online mode of classes. But at the same time, it was a new challenge for so many who were new to the entire system of online education. But to highlight a little bit about that, I want to understand from the teachers themselves, because it was a new concept for many across the country. Ms. Manika here, Ms. Manika, who is the director of the Shri Ram School here. Thank you for speaking to us. I want to ask you, and I want to begin by asking, how does it feel to come back to a classroom?
I think it feels absolutely fabulous, and we have to inspire that faith and that trust in our parent community and the student community. So we are raring to go till such time as the COVID strikes again, and we are very sure that if that were to happen, school will shut down. But till the going is good, we want to give our children the experience of coming back to school in very safe hands with their teachers around them, with all stringent, measured protocols in place. It feels very good, and the children are so happy. You can see it's almost a full class here.
Right.
So, and at safe distance, everyone's at a safe distance. And it's good for their mental health, it's good for our mental health. It's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling to be back. It is a good feeling to know that they're all coming back, because it also impacts one's emotional well-being, their mental well-being as well. I want to ask, ma'am, if you could introduce yourself to us, to the viewers, and tell us the importance of having these restrictions in place, the norms in place, yet going forward with the times that we live in. Basically, trying to live with the virus. How are we doing that in schools? What are the measures being taken here?
Namaste, I'm Manisha Malhotra and I'm the principal of the Mulsari campus at the Shri Ram School. It is very important that the children come back to school, as you've said, for their mental well-being, for them to interact with their teachers and their peers. So some of the measures that we have taken is following all the norms set by the government, whether it's social distancing, whether it's regular sanitizing which is being done. Also, we brought the children back in a staggered manner. So every day of the week a different form comes to school. They are being seated in large spaces so that they are together. And the parents who are not comfortable about sending the children to school, they can join in a hybrid fashion online, so they also don't miss out on the learning experience. Also, if you would go to our schools, even small things like the restroom, also the taps have been changed to foot taps. And the children are having their break time inside the classroom, cannot go out and play. That's something as a principal I feel very bad about, because physical well-being is also as important as emotional well-being. But in our own way, we are trying to do some yoga when they are in school. Also online, we have some yoga classes. And when they enter the school building in the morning, they're being allowed to come in one at a time.
Right.
We have a consent form that the parents fill up, that they are okay with their children coming to school. We have children filling up a self-declaration form. So they're also learning to be responsible citizens, that they owe it to themselves, their safety, as well as the safety of the teacher community, of the Shri community, that they take proper precautions, and if they've been traveling or they've experienced certain symptoms, then they don't come to school.
All the measures in place as schools reopen in batches and in private in staggered manner. Why don't you tell me what is your name, and at this moment when you found out that the schools are reopening, were you scared? Were you scared of the virus, because children are not vaccinated?
Hi, so my name is Abir Gusain from 8A, and actually I wasn't really scared when they announced that school was going to reopen. During the past few months I was really unhappy, because at the start of the year they were planning to open schools, but then the second wave hit and we weren't able to go. So I was really unhappy for that. So I'm really happy that now school was reopening and they made that decision.
But how does it feel like to be back in a classroom with the double masks, with the sanitizers around you, something new this time?
Honestly, it's not that bad. Yes, it's a little uncomfortable from what we're used to, but I mean, it's been a year, and I mean, we have to take some precautions when we're coming back to physical school.
Students willing to take all those precautions to ensure that they're safe, but also at the same time willing to come back to a classroom. But let's speak about offline versus online. Now, while I've shown you that there is an offline class happening and that schools have reopened, but right in front of me, the screens in front of me will show you that simultaneously there are also the online sessions and the online classes that are being conducted. So this is to also ensure that if parents and if students are not comfortable coming back to the classroom, or if they are a little hesitant, then in that way they also have the online education available. So they have their sessions available online as well, and simultaneously via the internet offline classes being conducted here, but at the same time online classes will continue for those who want to continue. Ma'am, if I could speak to you a little bit about, we of course spoke about the measures being taken and students willing to take those measures, but do you believe this is the future of what a classroom will look like in a pandemic world? If you could introduce yourself, ma'am.
Namaste, I'm Rubina Singh. I'm the Cambridge coordinator here at the Malsari campus. And yes, at present I do see this as the way the classrooms will look like in the near future. But I want to thank the school and the management for at least giving us this opportunity, and we're blessed to be having these facilities available that we are here back in school. But yes, in
This is going to be
the near future,
classrooms.
the near future for sure.
Right.
Yes.
I want to understand a little bit more from the students themselves, the voices here. Apart from education, apart from studies, what is the one thing that you thought while you were studying online was a drawback?
Well, you're online.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Thira Mehendiraja. I'm in 8th grade.
Right.
And one problem I face is my eyes would start hurting quite easily.
Your eyes would start hurting easily because of the screen time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also I couldn't meet my friends.
You
so
couldn't meet your friends.
I'm
Okay,
happy for
let's do a show of hands over here. Okay, let's do a show of hands. I'm going to move in the front. Let's do a show of hands and ask everybody in the classroom, how many of y'all missed your friends while you were studying on the online mode of education? You all missed your friends. So that is everybody in the classroom who missed moving to their friends, meeting their friends, I'm sorry. But also, if you can see the online classes happening here, if you can hear me, I want to ask you all, do you all miss coming to classrooms? Will you all come back to the classrooms anytime soon? How about a show of hands? Everybody? So will you all be coming back to the classroom soon? Yes, so that's a yes from even those inside their rooms at their homes. So everybody have missed meeting. So it is important to virtually meet. It is important for that interaction. It is important for, while we also speak about social distancing, social interaction is also what man thrives on. So ma'am, if you could highlight that for our parents, for our viewers, our children watching you right now, how important is that social interaction for a child's well-being?
It's a very good question. I think it's really important for children to come and meet their friends, socialize. See, education, as you see, transfer of knowledge is happening even online. But I think what's critical for their emotional and mental well-being is coming to school, meeting their friends, meeting their teachers, because at the Sri Ram school, the children and the teachers have a very healthy and a very beautiful relationship. And they've been missing all of that. Going to the canteen, eating the lunch together. We provide lunch to our children. So the lunch hall, I think, has been missed. Yes, children?
How many of you all missed the lunch hall over here? Show of hands again. So that's everybody. That's everybody who's missed the show, the lunch hall over here.
We love our lunch hall and we love the lunch they are provided with, the rajma chawal and the honey chili potatoes. So honestly, the bus ride, I think that is something where the best friendships are made, the bonds are made. Yes, children? So you miss the journey to school. The teachers miss the staff room. And we've only realized it now that we've been thrown into this pandemic situation. We've learned to appreciate more of what we had. I remember a parent writing us a mail and saying that I will kiss the school gates the day you open them.
But my question, and this question comes on behalf of many parents and students I have spoken to in the past, children are still not vaccinated in the country, in India. And that is a huge concern for parents. And they ask, why should we put our child more at risk when they are not vaccinated in the first place? So as somebody who heads a school and who knows the school better and who meets students every day and the parents every day, what would you like to say about this?
That's again a very good question, and I'm very aware of the fact that the children are not vaccinated. I want to ask the parents, are they not taking their children out? Are the children not going on play dates? If the answer is no, then those parents are at home with their child, and we've given that option. But I think sometimes it's good to test the waters and not live in fear. Double mask, come to school, keep your social distance. Our canteen is shut, we are not providing food, we are not providing transport. The onus is equally on the family and the school to keep the child safe.
Thank you. And on a concluding thought, I again want to ask the children here, because we know how much we all have Netflixed our way through this pandemic. How many of you all here have watched enough of Netflix and Amazon Prime? Raise your hands. Come on, you don't have to be shy about this. Come on. I'm sure you've Netflixed and watched a lot of movies online.
Yeah.
Raise your hand. So everybody has Netflixed their way through this pandemic, through this lockdown. But I think now you're a little bored of it. Now you want to come back and interact with everybody. Am I right? So students here looking forward to their classroom sessions, but yes, this time with masks on, with sanitizers right next to them on their benches, with social distancing, not sitting next to each other, protocols in place, measures in place taken by the school management. But this is what the schools have to say, that we cannot continue to live in fear. We have to learn to live with the virus, and at the same time, parents who are a little hesitant, students who are a little hesitant have the option to continue studying online. But those who want to return back to the classroom, the world is your stage. With camera person Sushil Rathi in Gurgaon, Shunakshi Chakravarti for NDTV.